today to talk on business, to teach us how to be better businessmen and women. Now he's here this morning to talk to us, and we have an interesting topic that we're going to be looking at today. Very interesting. At the end of today's conversation, I bet you'll get a thing or two from the conversation. Now, what are we talking about? What is the topic? But before then, let me tell you who Mr. Peter Anosike is. Mr. Peter Anosike is a philosopher. He's a development economist, he's a journalist, and the best-selling author. He is the author of Dangote's 10 Commandments on Money, the book that was rated as one of the best development books in the world by Wall Street Journal. And here in Nigeria, the book has been adopted as a workbook for grooming entrepreneurs by small medium enterprises development agencies of Nigeria, SMEDID. He is the founder of Ultimate Entrepreneur Academy, an organization that trains college students, graduates, and even workers on how to become entrepreneurs. He is a public speaker and he is the dean of VOP Business School. So welcome to the program, sir.
Thank you.
It's always a pleasure to have you on the show. So I have I have to have my pen and paper so I could take in notes today. Now, what are we discussing on the program? What is the topic? The topic is team building for business growth, managing a team, how you could manage it, because team building is very important. When a sport team wins a championship, the players and the coaches often cite playing together as a team as key to their win. The same is true in business. Businesses with high performing teams are more successful and make bigger money. They make a lot of money if you can manage your team. So a strong team does not just happen by employing good hands. It happens when you build it, building a team. And that's why we have you here in the studio to help us on how to build a good team. So in our conversation, let's start with team building. What is team building, first of all?
Well, team building, for you to build a team, you must have a vision. This is what this team is supposed to achieve. So before you build a team, you must have a vision. Then your vision will now enable you to select those who can fit into this vision. Because if you don't have a vision, you will not know the quantity or the type of people to select. So vision must come first. This is where I want this company to be in the next 10 years. That's your vision. Then the strategies now, for you to get that, you need people. You need people to get to where you want to be. So you must select those who have the capacity to achieve this vision. And when you select them, it's just like a football match. It's just like a football team. A football team has different skills. They have the goalkeeper, they have the backmen, they have the attackers, the midfielders. So the purpose of building any football team is to get to win matches. So you have to make sure that you pick the people that will fit into all the that will fit into all the spaces. Now, when you pick them, the next is how do you achieve a cohesion? That's for them to work together, because no single person can succeed. A business or a football team is like a car with 4 wheels. For the car to move very well, all the 4 wheels must be in good shape. Because if one is punctured, it will affect the speed of the car. And that's how team building is. You must select those who will fit perfectly into your dream, into your vision. So that is team building. Then when you now pick them, maybe different skills, the next is how do I manage them to bring out their best to achieve results? That's what team building is. But as I said, For you to build a team, the first thing is you must have a vision. If you have a vision, it will now help you to select those who can fit into that. So
okay, great. That is for the employer. The employer, you already have a vision of where you want to take your company to, how you see your company.
Success.
Yeah, so when you are employing people into your company, you look at them, if they fit into the value you want to, the mission, your vision, if they will give you the value that you want to grow your business, right?
Yeah, sure.
But for someone that is not the owner of the business, you have this team that was given to you by the owner of the business. You're with me, right? Now you have this people have been given to you, like you did not have the chance to pick the people that you wanted to employ. And now you are seeing a loophole in that workforce. Or you see that, oh, maybe you've made mistakes. You're seeing some loophole because the people that you're working with are not aligning with the vision that you have in mind. And now you've been forced to create a team. What can you do?
Well, if there's a mistake in a team, for me, what I advise is fire immediately. In recruitment, we talk about hire with difficulty, but fire with ease. Because one bad team can spoil the rest. One bad team, one bad member can corrupt the rest.
So your advice is, when you spot such a one, fire the person immediately.
If cannot be amended, fire immediately. Otherwise, he can influence others negatively.
Now, another thing that can be a problem when you're building a team is personality conflicts. Now, you are the owner of the business. You know that A is good, B is good, everybody is good. But there is this personality conflicts. You have extrovert, you have introvert, you have people that are hyper, you have people that are aggressive. How do you manage this personality conflict? How do you manage these people? Because team building is about managing people. And managing human beings is one of the most difficult thing to do in this world.
Well, people at the top, even if they are CEOs or managers, the first thing is, how do you communicate with those under you? This is very, very important. Communication. And in today's world, there have been an upsurge of miscommunication. People find it difficult to pass the right information. Now, if somebody is not doing well, as a head, what do? What do you have at the back of your mind when you are talking to him or her? Are you talking to him for him or her to change, to correct, or you are talking to that derogatorily? So these are issues that people who are at the head always encounter. When you are talking to a staff that is not performing, what do you have at the back of your mind? Are you insulting him, or are you talking to him to correct or to pick up? So communication, when you get your communication right, everything will fall in place. But for those who are extroverts, who are introverts, who are rightists, who are leftists, who are believers, who are unbelievers, the first thing, they should know the vision of the company. They must know that the interest of the business comes first before whatever they are. Whether they are introverts or extroverts, leftists or rightists, they must know that the vision of the company, the interest of the company must come first. If not, stay in your house. That's number one thing. They must know that the interest of the company must come first. Interest of the company supersede you are being an introvert or being an extrovert. It supersedes you are being a Christian or you are being a Muslim. Those things are secondary. The first thing in any working environment is interest of the company, interest of the business. So all of them, no matter their beliefs, no matter their philosophies, no matter their worldviews, the interest of the company is paramount. If you are a native doctor, when you get home, you start practicing your native doctor.
Another thing, one of the things that can hamper good team is interior competition. When there is a form of interior competition within your team, when one employee feels left behind and one feels is better than the other, there is this competition in the team. How do you resolve such issues?
Well, in companies, there's what is known as executive tension. There's what is known as executive tension.
Yes.
A CEO who knows his onions deliberately creates this executive tension to put the workers on their feet. So, but in companies, there are two things. People compete, people collaborate. Understand? Collaborating and competing are two different things in the working environment. But competition brings reward easier. Understand? Maybe all of you are in sales. You will be competing who will bring more revenue, who will attract more customers. There's a competition. So everybody will want to win. Most especially if there's a reward. The best marketer of the year, the best this of the year, that is competition. So it brings a faster reward to the company. But this faster reward is short-lived. So it's better for workers to collaborate than to compete. Because when they are competing, they see themselves as rivalries. So if one makes mistake, instead of trying to help him, you rejoice over it. Because you are seeing him as competing with you. So when workers are competing, nobody watches each other's back. But when there's collaboration, there's harmony, there's team spirit. Even when somebody is not there, another person will want to stand on his or her behalf. So that's why, as I said, competition brings quicker revenue to a company, but collaboration takes the company to a greater height.
Collaboration, and many companies are missing it today. This collaboration, they build competition instead of collaboration.
Because their focus is money.
Their focus is money.
But the money is short-lived. In a long term, it ruins the company.
Interesting. Thank you for.
So it's better to collaborate than to compete in a company.
Now, there is also the issue of reduced engagement. Now, you are the head of a team, and you find out that the people you're working with, your employees or your colleagues that you are managing, they are disengaged. They're quiet quitting, and they are not engaged with the project that you are working on. They're just there for the money. And now you are the employer or the head of the team, and you're working with a group that they are unenthusiastic. What do you do as a team leader and a team player?
The other time I was here, I talked about what is known as ratio chart. Ratio chart means responsibility, accountability, consultation, and information. Understand? If you are working with a ratio chart, everybody in your team must be active. Because how do you hold people responsible? days are gone when people are judged based on what is known as face time. He stayed 20 hours in the office. He comes to work early. He stays till late. No.
Days are gone.
Days are gone for that. Now people are judged by results. People by results. Not how many hours you spend in the office. Not when you come to the office. But what value did you contribute? Jim Rohn said you are not paid by the hour, but rather by the value that you add to the hour. I want to repeat it. You are not paid for the hour, rather by the value you add to the hour. So somebody can just come and stay 3 hours in the office and they perform more than somebody who stayed 10 hours. Do you agree with me?
Yes, sir.
So this is the reason why our civil service is unproductive. They come in the morning, eating this boiled granite, breaking melon till 3:30. They will go. Because federal government is paying their salary with oil revenue. Civil servants are not creating their own revenue. So they can come, that's every day, they are just coming to count the time. They are just coming to count the time instead of making the time to count. So days are gone when people are judged by the hours they stay in the office. Rather, today it is the result that they contributed, the value that they contributed.
So now to build the engagement, to have to wake up your team that please let us go, let us do this. They're quite quitting. Is to threaten them that I'm going to take your
No. One,
to query them.
No.
To motivate them.
Motivation. Ownership spirit. Listen, people, there's this misconception. You don't keep people in the company with your salaries. No. That you are a high-paying company will not make you to retain staff. You retain staff by hope. By hope. Understand?
Yeah.
When people are motivated, when people say there's something in here for me, they will want to give you the best. When they are carried along, when they are recognized as human beings, that's why I talk of one, motivation, ownership spirit. That this is our own thing, it must not fail. That this business is our own. It's not the chairman's business, it is our business. That's ownership spirit.
You can only say this business is our own when you know that the money coming in, you're getting a good percentage of it. How do you tell someone that you're paying 50,000 naira, for example, or 100,000, and the company is making a lot of money, and you say this company is our own, and you don't, and the staff does not get any other benefit. You just get your salary. There is no pension, there is no health insurance, there is no any other care. And you say the employee should say this business is our own. How do you get the employee to say that?
If the person is not motivated, if he doesn't see hope, if he doesn't see future in the business, he will never bring out his best. If he doesn't see hope, if he doesn't see future, if he doesn't see his dream being actualized in that company, he will not bring out his best. So you must keep him motivated. You must make him see that his future, his dreams could be realized here. If his dreams is not there, he cannot realize his dream there. You cannot keep him for long. One, you cannot expect him to bring out his best.
So when you motivate, you just don't just motivate with your speech. You have to show the employee that you really care. Show your teammates that you really care about them by doing more, not just by speaking, right? that what you're saying?
Well, just like children do more of what their parents do than what their parents say. That's why we say, practice what you preach. Practice what you preach. One of the reasons why people quit is that where they are working, they know that their dreams cannot be realized there. An instance, if I'm working for you and I want to own a house in the next 5 years, and from the way things are working, I cannot own that house in 5 years, I won't give you my best. I'll be searching for where I will get that house in 5 years. So people always consider their dreams, their future, before putting in their best in a business.
Great.
And for me, as I use that to tell people, salary is a reward for a job done. It's not a gift. And I used to tell them, if you want your salary to increase your value. If you want your salary to be doubled, double your value. But when you increase your value or double your value and your salary remains the same, quiet quitting starts.
Style is good. Would you say is best to build a good team?
Well, there's no one fits all leadership style.
No, there has to be one or two. That, let's say the servant leadership style is very effective when you want to build a formidable team.
Yes, then to have an ownership spirit, add participative leadership style. That's carrying everybody on board. Carrying everybody on board will help you. Servant leadership means leading by example. They will be following you, doing what you are doing. This is one of the ways of creating unity, trust in a business. Then you now have to carry them along. That's by being transparent. That's what a participative leadership style is all about.
So there is no one or two. Each leadership style has a way of building, can help you build a good team.
Yes, that's why I say even the servant leadership style that you see that you say that is the best has its own disadvantages too. Then participative has its own disadvantage, because when you are carrying everybody along, it becomes difficult to take a decision fast. You have to hold a meeting, consult, everybody must agree. Understand? So in business, we call that snake killing committee. You know, if a snake enters here now, understand?
Yes.
If a snake enters here now, so instead of going that to kill it,
yes,
you start calling for a meeting. Everybody come. What are we going to do?
Because
over this snake?
You're trying to carry everybody along.
So every business, every leadership style has its own disadvantage. Understand?
Yeah. So which one would you say is really, really good when you want to build a good business, a profitable business?
If you have skilled workers, people who are good in their different areas, go for structural leadership style. But the disadvantage of this one is that it can lead to dictatorship. You can take decision quickly because everybody know his or her job, so you can easily take decision. But at times it becomes dictatorial. So everyone has its own advantages and disadvantages. So there's no one fits all leadership style.
Thank you so much. In case you're just tuning in, we are the voice of the people, 90.3 FM. And this morning we are discussing with Mr. Peter Anasike. We're talking about team building in business, because team building is an effective tool to grow any business. So if you know how to build your team, people working with you, you know how to carry everybody along, and you know how to build a strong team, your business is sure to succeed. We're going to talk more on this, but we need to go on a short break. When we come back, the conversation continues. Keep it here. We are the voice of the people, 90.3 FM.
Of the morning.
So how come that they usually make a statement and then the executive refuse to obey that statement? Which is again the issue of flooding that is ravaging most states in the country. Currently, 9.9 million Nigerians are living in extreme poverty.
Even the police people, they are punishing us that we are criminal. They even feel gun in my leg. Look at my leg. They didn't even allow us to talk. They are shouting, you people are criminal. You see people that go and burn police station, and they let the burn police station.
You do the talking, we give you the facts.
Some who know the issue are also deceiving Nigerians and playing local politics with global issues.
5 died in Delta. U.S. pledges $1 million support.
The Morning Ride Show every weekday, Monday to Friday, right here on your number one station that gives you a voice.
There comes a time in the affairs of man when the voice of the people stands unique, constantly challenging society's status quo. 90.3. It is a great place of fun and insight. It is a great place of learning. It could be your school on radio. It could be your life on radio. We are VOP.